What's up, everybody? I'm here. We're here for movie night. It's our last movie club of the year. We got a whole new format for next year, too. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. So I want to say hello. Don't mind my grainy ass camera. I'm not at my place. I am off campus. So I have a grainy in computer camera. And it does not look good. It does not look good, and I apologize for that. But everybody else coming on the stream looks really good, so they'll make up for it for me. So that's important. I'm glad for that. Welcome. Hey, guys, coming in. I'm waiting for everybody to just jump on real quick. We are really excited for tonight because we have a special guest. She's probably one of the, I guess, maybe the most famous scream queen in the world. I don't know. I think one of the top scream queens of all time. So it's Linnea Quigley. You've seen her in a billion movies. So we'll bring her on with us. That's going to be exciting. What's up, John? What's up, Josh? What's up, John? RJ, Robert. We have so many repeat Roberts tonight. So let me first introduce our panel. We're without the amazing Marilyn tonight. Sad, but she sent in a video. So let me bring in everybody else and introduce everybody. As you know, we're a little short-handed, but we also have some surprise guests coming in. Besides Linnea, we have a couple new faces who will be joining us more in 2022. So I'm going to introduce everybody to those two. But first, let's bring on the amazing Sun Khamunaki.
Hi, everybody.
What's up? How are you? How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. Okay, really good.
Sun, everybody, if this is your first time to Movie Club, Sun is our amazing artist that does all our homage covers and does a ton of Zenescope covers. And we hold her hostage, so she does all the covers for us.
Please help me. Thanks.
Also, real quick, before I get into this, Sun, I'm going to tell people now that you're going to be joining us for our VIP event. We'll be making the announcement soon, but we're doing a VIP event in Vegas. So just letting you know, April 23rd, be there. Next, we have Brian O'Halloran. You know him from Clerks, Mallrats, every Kevin Smith movie ever, pretty much, almost.
The good ones.
What's the walrus one called again?
Tusk.
I have to see that.
Was not in that one.
No. But there we have him. We got him. Brian with his Christmas hat.
Good to be back.
What's on your Christmas hat?
New York Rangers logo.
Oh, it's a Rangers logo. Boo. Okay. We also have the beautiful Crystal Star.
Hey.
Hello, Crystal. You know her from Lego Masters and other stuff.
Things.
How are you?
We're good.
Good. I like the
love
red hair.
the Bushka.
Thank you.
Bushka looks nice.
Thanks. Ran out of time shooting for Patreon, so we're here.
Okay. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Just love me, Brian.
You look fantastic.
Brian and I are shooting for Patreon as well. I just want to announce that now. So join Brian and my Patreon.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I want to bring on our special guest. Before we get started on talking about the movie, we have Linnea Quigley with us. So I want to bring her in and introduce her, and we're going to talk to her for a little bit because she was awesome in the movie. So let's bring her on. Linnea, how are you?
I'm coming out from the curtain. I'm good. How are you?
That was an amazing entrance. Thank you.
Oh, wasn't it? It was just like Johnny Carson.
It really was. It really was. We're glad to have you. As I mentioned, you've been in countless movies. I literally countless. I tried to count them, and I couldn't get that high. I failed math.
Oh.
But some of your most notable films, obviously, besides Silent Night, Deadly Night, Return of the Living Dead, Graduation Day, Night of the Demons, there's plenty of others. My first question for you, I mean, you've been working nonstop since, I think, 1981, maybe.
81, I think.
do you know how many movies you've done? Have you kept?
I don't know. I stopped counting too. It's like when you first start, you just want to like make up stuff and put it on your resume. And then now I'm like, I have so much stuff. It's like crazy. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, looking at your IMDb, like you work nonstop. It's amazing.
Yeah. In fact, I just found out they're re-releasing on Blu-ray Get Crazy, which was an Alan Arkish film that I had like a featured extra part in. And I'm like, oh my God, 40 years ago? It's like, oh my God, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
When did you first get labeled Scream Queen? Was it right away in your career? Probably not, right? It took some time.
No, it wasn't until probably when I started doing, let me think, after Silent Night, Deadly Night and Return of the Living Dead. I think that's when it started to be like a thing. Between that and Night of the Demons and then all the other ones I did, like Sorority Babes and the Slime Bubble-orama and that. And then I was solidified as one after all those.
Right. I'm going to hog one more question before I let the rest of the panel actually ask something. But
okay.
I need to know, how many movies have you been killed in? Do you know?
Oh, I've got to do a count of that. I don't know, but a lot. I now haven't been killed too many times, but I sure died a lot when I was starting out. And weird ways.
You're not dying as much now.
No, I'm not dying as much now.
What was your favorite way to die?
I get to kick ass, which is lovely.
That is lovely.
Yes.
Wait, Crystal, what was your question?
I asked her what her favorite way to die was.
I can't hear her.
Oh, you can't?
Oh, no.
No, I don't know why.
Ralph, ask her.
What was she said, what's your favorite way to die? What was your favorite way to die?
Oh, well, let's see. I don't know. The Silent Night, Deadly Night was pretty cool with the antlers and the deer took revenge, in a way. That was pretty cool. And the possessed shower head in Witch Trap. Those were my two favorite ways.
I need to see this.
Yeah.
Now. Witch Trap?
Yeah, possessed shower head.
Possessed
Witch
shower head scene.
Yes.
Casey, if you're back there, can you see if you could find an image of the possessed shower head? I need to see it. That's funny.
It was. It's ridiculous. It's fun.
Can we talk about the Antler scene real quick? I mean, I'm assuming everybody on the stream has watched the movie, so I don't want to spoiler alert. Let's talk about this. You were impaled on antlers.
Yes.
Brutally impaled on antlers, which is probably my favorite death scene, easly my favorite death scene in the movie. I'm sure most people feel that way. There's the C-rated version. We did a little C-rated homage to Zenoscope. There it is. So what was it like filming that? How did they do it?
They had the deer head up on the wall, and then they had a stunt Santa Claus come in, and keep lifting me up like he's impaling me. Right. And what they did was they glued these antlers, the ends of the antlers on my stomach, and they were like rubber, and they would move when I would breathe. So I had to hold my breath and then straddle this contraption over the deer head and not fall down. I wasn't even bolted in or anything. It was funny. I was up there, in the freezing cold because we were in Utah in winter, and I was shaking. I was so cold and everything, but it was an experience, I tell you. But just trying not to breathe with the antlers coming out of me was hard enough.
Right. I can imagine.
Especially after struggling with Santa Claus, that was hard.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes.
I also read. Sorry, I'm hogging all the questions, guys. Jump in whenever you want. But okay, try.
Since you said it, I'm going to jump in.
Yeah,
so here it is. You're doing this film about, Christmas and Santa Claus and a horror film. Has it, since that film, since working on that film, do you, whenever you see Christmas come around, doesn't this film pop in your head from time to time?
It does. I think, you know, I think of all those like people protesting about it, and you know, it's so now nothing, you know, but back then it was like, you know, torturous to these housewives that saw it come on the screen, and Santa Claus is the, you know, the bad guy. So yeah, I do think about it during the holidays. I think, what other holiday films can I do? I did the last Thanksgiving. I have to have an Easter Bunny one now next.
Good.
Killer Easter Bunny.
Do you
How
remember?
would the Easter Bunny? How would he kill me though?
I could think of a few ways.
Make you eat a dozen eggs? I don't know.
That's true. That could be it.
A dozen eggs.
Like a
A
jawbreaker
dozen eggs. Yes.
Jawbreaker eggs. What do you remember the protesting? Like, is that something that stood out to you?
No, because I was in Mexico filming something called Treasure of the Moon Goddess, and my manager at the time called me and said, "Oh, people are up in arms about, you know, this movie that you did." And I could not understand it, because to me it was just another horror film. I didn't really think of it in depth and think, oh, this could scare children and, you know, anger mothers.
But weren't there other Christmas horror movies before this?
Well, there are horror movies that take place during Christmas, but this, where the main character is dressed up as Santa Claus, is kind of, you can see where the people get a little bent out in shape out of it when you're dressed as Santa Claus, you know?
Yeah, that's true. And the nuns didn't help any. They made all the nuns mean, and which I guess they are. Nuns are supposed to be mean.
I went to Catholic school. You didn't have to make them mean. Just note.
Oh, so they are mean.
I wasn't in an orphanage, but I was in Catholic school, and they knew their power. Let's put it that way.
They did. I got my ear
Oh
twisted.
my god. Oh my
I
god.
was rooting for the one nun to get it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm so sad she didn't.
That's interesting. It was I think probably the nuns were behind all this protesting too. They didn't like the way they were portrayed, maybe.
No, probably.
Well, and a nun having sex in the nunnery. I'm sure it didn't go over well.
Was
Crystal
it a
just
nun?
mentioned.
Oh,
Crystal
I can hear her now.
Oh, you can.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the part where the
Thank-
nun is having sex.
Now I can.
I felt okay. Well, repeat, Ralph.
I can't hear her.
Oh, really? You lost her again?
I lost her.
She's saying she likes when the nun had sex.
Oh
Weird.
yes, of course, of course.
She didn't say that.
Oh.
She just said it.
Oh my god,
I'm
Ralph.
twisting her words a little bit.
I thought maybe it was just another teenager that lived there. Wasn't it? No.
Oh, I thought it was the nun too having sex. Maybe.
Yeah, I thought it was a nun. Yeah.
Yeah, I gathered that was.
Oh, that's right.
That's why
Okay.
she's so upset. Like she was. Well, I mean, she would have seemed to be upset about anything. Did you actually have an axe thrown at your head, or is that just a real axe?
They did throw an axe, but it wasn't real. It was like a rubber one. And then they like stuck the real one in the wall by my head.
Okay.
But you know, yeah, it's an urban legend that I think, unless they like really threw an axe at me and I didn't know it.
And you didn't know it.
I was like probably all like, you know, adrenaline out from doing all this crazy stuff. I think that was my first location film too, if I remember right. So it was kind of exciting. I was in like this horrible motel. It was a motel, not a hotel. And it was like, we shot all night, and it didn't have like a do not disturb sign. So I wrote on a piece of paper, do not disturb, and I took gum and chewed it and then put it on the door. So nobody would disturb me. It was classy.
That's great.
How many days did you shoot? How many days that you specifically shoot?
Only a couple. They did it pretty fast. And as you know, the guy who directed it was like he did Grizzly Adams movies or something like that. He was like, you know, out of his element, but he did a good job.
Right.
Now, was he from Utah? Like, why did they pick Utah?
I think he was from Utah, and they picked Utah because they would have snow, and you know, it would look Christmassy. I guess they didn't want to go to the added expense of having to bring snow in.
Right. Makes sense.
I heard filming in Canada is cheaper.
Uh,
It is.
No,
We have all the snow.
Linnea's. We
buffering?
lost her for a second. Let's see if she can come back on in a moment. Because I had a couple of questions. What's
I
that?
did hear the sound of reindeer on her roof at one moment.
Oh, that's funny. Reindeer on my roof.
Punish.
There she is.
There she
Punish.
is.
Yes, I'm
You're
back.
getting
Naughty.
No.
I
By
have
the way,
Naughty.
Oh my God. They have great lines from that.
I swear to God, if you started watching this movie, for the audience out there especially, watch this movie, and if you want to have a fun time, make a drinking game. Anytime the word punish or punishment is used, take a drink. You'll get wrecked. Wrecked.
We should have played that tonight while we were on.
Totally.
Oh,
word
that would have been good.
That would have been fun.
That
Is
would
this
have been
the movie-
really good.
What movie do you get asked about the most in your career? I mean, is it this or is it another one? Or
Well, Silent Night, Deadly Night is asked about a lot, but I think Return of the Living Dead is number one.
oh yeah,
And
that makes sense.
I love people always asking, was it fun to make it? And I'm like, oh, well, not making it, but you know, afterward it was fun.
Right.
Well, how
But
come? That was
most
gonna be my
movies are pretty stressful, especially when you do lower budget.
Yeah, when you do independent and moderate to lower budget, it's you know, you don't want to know how the sausage is made because it's not that fun. You just want to eat the sausage and like, this was good. I like this.
Yes, that's a good analogy. I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe can Linnea use that, Brian? Is that
Absolutely. Oh, tons of people have used that before. So I'm definitely not the originator of that one.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, independent film, it's tough, you know, because you're all pulling you know, she got a hotel room. Wow, motel room. Some places like just show up and do your lines and go back home or go whatever, and then come back the
Oh,
next
yeah.
day and they don't put you up. So in the fact that, you know, in Utah and stuff like that, you'll find people doing locations, and why would you shoot in, you know, Idaho? It's like, well, that's where I grew up and I got the townsfolk behind me and was able to get a lot of locations for free, and things get made.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Did they know the owner of the toy store? Was he like a friend of the guy, like the director or something?
I think he was. That's a good observation. I think he was.
I just
So they
noticed
did
his
get a
name
lot
on the
of that.
credits, and his name was the name on the toy store. So I was like,
Oh.
friends.
Oh, I wonder if he put money in too. You know, a lot of people, they put money in to get like a little,
Oh yeah.
you know, blurb of themselves on there, you know, their name mentioned in the credits. So, I mean,
Great
maybe he put money
advertisement
in.
for his toy store.
Very good. Yes.
Right.
It was
I know.
the most.
I wonder if
It
it's
was
still there.
I don't know, but it was the most distracting scene in the whole movie because I didn't pay attention at all to what was going on. I just kept seeing, oh my God, there are tens of thousands of dollars worth of toys if they were just left in those boxes. Literally, if someone locked the door on that store and let no one in for 40 to 50 years, it'd be a gold mine.
Yeah, the Jabba's palace set. I was
Yeah.
really excited about. I was like,
noticed it
"Ah!"
All the vintage Halloween costumes. I was like, oh my God.
Oh yeah, the Spider-Man. Yeah. And Superman.
Mm.
Yep.
So
Bugs Bunny, Kermit. Yeah. I was all in the toys.
I literally
yeah.
had to I had to replay the scene just to hear what the dialogue was because I was just like,
Nerd.
Except for that quote, right? At the one after he closed the store. I love that. Do you remember?
yep.
Yeah.
Now it's time to get wasted or something. What do you say?
It's like at 7 o'clock. It's time to get shit faced.
Time to get shit faced.
This is delivery.
I have the worst internet. I am so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
It's like being in the mountains. It's weird. It's just weird.
You are forgiven.
Okay, thank you.
What do you like to watch yourself on screen? I wonder.
No, I don't. There's like a lot of movies I haven't even seen because I just don't want to see myself. Yeah, when I first started out, I was like curious and would watch myself, but I'd be embarrassed. I actually threw up, like going to a screening once because I was so nervous about seeing myself. I didn't want to see myself, and I just sunk down in the chair and threw up. So
can you go back and watch your old movies now though? Or is that we're gone. Brian, what about you? Do you like watching yourself?
I try not. I mean, I'll go to premieres, and if there are special screenings, I'll go to them. If there's a Q&A, but I won't sit through multiple screenings of, Clerks or Clerks 2 or whatever. Just because I want to let the audience enjoy it, and I'll come in and be like, "So, how was that? What? It was out of focus? No, that's how we shot it."
Right.
I'm sorry. You know what? I can't watch my old movies very easily. Like people say, "Oh, I'd love to watch a movie with you that you're in," and I'm just like, "No, I can't. I can't do it."
Right.
Do you? Is there a genre that you haven't done that you would have loved to try to be a part of?
A real musical would be really fun. Dancing and musical, that would be fun. I haven't done that. That would be a fun genre.
So do you sing? Have you done theater, like musical theater?
Oh no, is my internet going in?
You froze for a second.
I can't hear you guys.
Can you hear us?
What's going on? What?
Hey.
What? I don't know what happened. Am I still in there?
Yes, we can still hear you and see you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you. I asked if you had ever done musical theater in your life.
I can't hear you now.
Oh shit. Somebody asked my question.
Oh, it's loading. I see the thing going around. So I'll do like hand signals. Hi. Hi. How are you?
Can you hear us now? Can you hear us now? No.
What about now?
What's the weather like?
We'll try. Let's try this.
It's 100
Did you guys
degrees
see
in
any of the
Texas.
meteor showers? Or was that only on this coast?
What, meteor showers?
Yeah, the Leonid meteor shower. That was like last week.
Oh, I missed that.
Yes, I saw one of them. It was like crazy. I thought it was a firework at first, but I got to see one when I was leaving, of all places, Target.
Oh, that's amazing.
I never seen
Yeah,
that.
I was like, everybody was like, what was that? It was like, is it an alien? Is it, because I didn't know the meteor showers were going on.
I didn't have a clue until just now
Yeah.
about these meteors.
So, Ralph, you had a question?
Oh, I did have a question. Linnea, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
I was just going to ask if you ever had done musical theater in the past, because you said you wanted to do. She's gone. This question is never getting answered. We're skipping this question. Maybe she just doesn't like this question. Maybe it's hard. It's a hard.
She's afraid you're gonna make her sing, so she's just piecing.
I just was in
just
a punk band. I was just in a punk band. I didn't do any musical theater or anything like that. I never did theater in high school because I was too shy.
Okay, wait, time out. You were in a punk band?
Yes, the Skirts. I played
Oh
guitar and sang. Yes.
Can we find video footage of this somewhere?
I think so. If you look under the Skirts. Oh, that sounds bad, doesn't it?
Yes, I will look under
the skirts.
That was awesome.
Yeah. and oh, I can't say any more things because it'll sound awful. But
oh, I love it.
In fact, one of my songs that I wrote and played on is in Nightmare Sisters, which is Santa Monica Boulevard Boy.
Hold on, I think I have a picture.
Oh my gosh. You lived like such an amazing life. Seriously.
Is that you?
Where?
Yes.
Can you see that, Linnea?
No, No, I can't see it.
It's a picture of you in a striped shirt with a guitar. And
Oh yes, that is. Oh my God. Yes, I know what picture you're talking about. Yep, that's me.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
So where did you live like in the late 80s, early 90s?
I lived in North Hollywood, California.
Okay, I figured.
Oh, I lived there for
a Valley girl.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Which one?
Valley Girl with
it's great. Deborah Foreman, right? Is it Deborah Foreman is in Valley Girl?
I know it's Nicolas Cage. I can't remember that.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah. That's
a
one of
great
the movies
movie.
that made me want to live in California.
So where did you live in California?
I stay at Santa Monica and Venice.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
I lived on Hesby Street. I don't know if you remember Hesby.
I remember that. That was in Hollywood, right?
Yeah. Well, it was North Hollywood. NoHo Arts District.
Oh, right. It was. That's what I meant. I'm sorry, North Hollywood. I remember that.
Right near Magnolia.
I lived around there too. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, fun.
We're almost neighbors.
Man.
I know. There was that cool thrift store that had all the stuff out on the sidewalk. Do you remember that one?
I don't.
Okay. They had a lot of good thrift stores then.
They still do. They still
do.
They do. Yeah, they do. Yes. But they've gone up in price.
Actually, Crystal, you and I were at a store right there.
Yeah, it's like a crystal store now.
Crystal
it used to,
store.
Yeah, it was in like Karate Kid or something. But yeah, it's crazy. The thrift stores there. It's like $30 to $40 for pants sometimes, and you're like, I understand these are like $120 new, but I'm not paying like half of like retail. It's insane.
No, I know it. I have stuff that I got like years ago, and it was like, a couple bucks or something, and they're great, things.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
after
we wasted our time talking about thrift stores and not about movies. Damn it!
I'm thinking, Crystal, you're off. If you start talking about thrift stores,
popping back in. I know the thrift stores threw me out. They didn't want their secrets revealed.
Ryan, what were you going to ask?
I was just going to ask, after what movie people started to ask for your autograph, recognize who you were?
It was Return of the Living Dead. Return of the Living Dead. I got so scared when somebody came up to me. I went and hid in the bathroom. I was like, I can't believe people know who I am, because I went to this thing thinking nobody's going to know who I am. They're not going to care. And people started coming up to me, and I was terrified. I didn't know how to act or what to do. I'd never had that happen.
So what got you into acting if you're terrified of meeting the public you're entertaining?
I think my personality likes a challenge, and it was like such a big challenge for me to get over being shy that I think that's the main thing about it. It was like, I'm always challenging myself, which is, makes you feel it's exciting when you challenge yourself and you do something.
And then you became one of the biggest scream queens ever. So that's pretty cool.
Well, that's right. I heard you're questioning it in the beginning, but of course.
I wasn't questioning. I just didn't know if maybe I should have said you're the biggest in the world. That's my fault. That's on me. That is on me. I'm going to take myself off now. I'll see you guys later.
No.
I had a good question, and now it just escaped me.
Uh-oh.
Damn it.
Are there any current filmmakers you'd like to work with today?
I would like to, on my next musical, I would like to work with Baz Luhrmann, and I would like to work with Steven Spielberg. It would be fun to work with Quentin Tarantino, because I knew him. We were with the same management. It would be fun to work with him. It'd be fun to work with Rob Zombie. Those are some of the ones that are on my mind I'd love to work with.
I know what I was going to ask you.
There you go.
What?
Get it right.
Are you, I assume, I think you do a lot of Comic Cons or horror cons, maybe?
Horror cons, yes.
Do you have any ones coming up that you're going to this year or in 2022?
I know I've got a lot of them. I know Scarefest. I get them mixed up, like Scaricon and Scarefest and Monster Mania.
Mania.
I think.
Have you done Fright Night or Frightmare?
Frightmare, yes. That's a great one.
It is in Texas. Hell yeah, Dallas.
Hopefully, I'll be doing that one this year. That one is great.
All right, I will. I know the owner. I will message him, and we will make sure that you are coming to Texas.
Oh, thank you. And then, also, it looks like Brink, Michelle, and I will be doing Chiller in New York this year, if everything goes right, which is in April.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, that's cool. I'm gonna come to the Texas show this year. I think.
Oh, that would be great.
I'm checking
Texas
it out.
is a great state. I love it.
Zenoscope's doing a couple horror cons this year. I forget which ones. Maybe I should figure that out before I announce it. Do you guys have any other questions for Lene? I have one left.
I don't. I could talk to her all night though.
I know. I could bring you on all night, but we have to get to the movie. We have to actually talk about the movie at some point.
Oh no! What a drag.
No, it's going to be good. We have
to rate Linnea. We go through the movie, we talk about all this stuff, and then we rate it at the end.
Oh, that's great.
And then Sun always shows her homage cover off.
Ooh.
It's really cool. You should check it out.
I will.
So my question, what's your favorite holiday movie of all time?
Oh, boy. Holiday movie. I like ones like, for me, of course, Halloween is a great movie. Oh my God. Black Christmas. I like Black Christmas.
I never saw it.
You never saw Black Christmas? I hadn't seen it until about 6 months ago, and it's good. I mean, it's dated, but it's really good.
Didn't they remake it? Or no, did they not remake it?
I think they did, but I saw the original one.
Okay.
I don't like remakes usually.
We got to do that for Movie Club. They're remaking Silent Night, Deadly Night, I think.
Are they really?
I think so.
Yeah, I read.
What? How many did they have?
They better bring. Like five.
Five. Okay.
I think
5 or 6. I feel like there's 6.
5 or 6.
I heard 2 was just a rehash of a lot of film from 1. I haven't seen it, but I heard they used like most of the footage from it.
That's crazy.
I wonder if they used the toy store.
Maybe.
Oh, wait. Noah is telling me. We'll introduce Noah in a little bit, but Noah's telling me backstage, Silent Night, Deadly Night was remade in 2012. How didn't I know that?
Oh,
it was. Okay. I did not know that.
No, we're only 9 years too late on that one. 10 years too late. Cool.
Oh wow!
And Mickey Rooney was in Silent Night, Deadly Night 5.
So, oh my God!
There you have it.
My God! There was paid.
That would have been the musical one, the Mickey Rooney one.
Noah with the.
I bet. I want Liza Minnelli to play me in the next one.
Oh. Yes.
Oh my God.
Liza Minnelli.
I don't know. I'm just like, I thought of somebody very big and crazy.
She's still alive. She's still alive.
I think she is.
I think so.
Yeah, she is.
Arthur. Go watch Arthur. By the way.
Liza
my
God.
Great movie. Liza Minnelli.
It is. It is.
Dudley Moore. Just watch it. Do yourself a favor. Okay. I guess we've said it all, Linnea. We've said it all.
Oh my gosh. My dogs are having gas in the background. I hope you can't hear that. I don't know what they ate.
We have not heard it, thankfully.
Okay. That's good.
But thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, I didn't want you to think it was me.
We didn't hear it. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
We'd love to have you back on in the future. Maybe we'll do another review, another movie you've been in, so we can make an excuse just to have you back. You've been great.
Yeah, have Nightmare Sisters, and we can talk about the song and the band and
Okay.
Michelle and Brink, and it'll be fun.
Okay.
Nightmare Sisters, check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that. Thanks again, Linnea. We will talk to you soon.
Well, thank you guys. It's great, and a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
Bye. She was super sweet. She's great.
She was really fun.
She's awesome. Guys, how are you? How's everybody doing?
Good.
That was a fun interview. That was good.
That was fun. That was a fun interview. It's always good to have a fun guest on. So let's talk. Let's dive into the film.
Okay, I did a nipple count, and there were 5 different female nipples that we saw. So
Lots of nipples.
10 technically, but
there was a lot of attempted rape. It was a really the movie's not. It was a little disturbing.
It didn't age well.
No,
that's for sure.
I was gonna watch this with my Twitch family, and honestly, I'm so glad that something came up to where I couldn't, because I think that I would have honestly felt awkward watching this with like a lot of dudes. To be I'm serious. Like I don't think
weird. No, it's really it was a little like disturbing. The scene.
I mean, to start off, the family is going to visit a grandfather. The young kid is going to visit their grandfather at the mental institution of Utah, whatever that was.
I thought that was going to be like a huge premise of the story.
So did I. I thought he was going to be like.
I got to talk about the scene. What the fuck happened? What was the scene? Idea. Why was he pretending to be catatonic? Like, what? This is the biggest.
He doesn't want to spend Christmas with his family. I get that.
Okay, that makes sense. But then why did he scare the shit out of
catatonic?
Because he's mentally ill.
Because he's crazy.
That's why.
Yeah.
At least you guys have it all answered. Because I didn't know what the hell was.
So after he scares the bejesus out of the young kid in the movie, and the family's like, all right, I guess Grandpa's not going to talk, so we're going to go home. They're on the road in their station wagon to go home. And then in the meantime, you see this robbery of a convenience store.
For only $81, dude. Dude loses his life for $81.
I thought it was like $38. I thought it was like
I wrote it down. It's 81.
It's 81.
Yeah. So the guy robs the store for $81. Then he gets in a car, and then he breaks down and waves down this family, and the poor kid sees Santa Claus then, spoiler alert, kill his family.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
it was really, this kid went through the ringer.
Ooh.
I will say this is like this kid had a lot happen to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love how that one nun was like, yeah, this kid's seriously messed up. We need to treat him. And the other nun's like, no, let's tie him to a freaking bed. Like what was that, Hell House in California, where they tied their kids up to the bed?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grandfather was the old farmer from Back to the Future. I did not know that.
Oh my God, who said that? Joshua?
Joshua.
31, actually. It was 81. Watch it again, Joshua.
You know, it was really funny too. As time went on in this movie, the nuns looked great. Didn't age a day.
They did.
That's why they put her in the wheelchair. They put her in the wheelchair.
Really
She's older now.
Yeah. You're old. You're in a wheelchair. That's it.
To be fair, though, they only aged like maybe 8 years, so it wasn't like a huge time difference. Like I didn't notice my grandmother aged for like 20 years.
Mm.
So.
There you go.
Just lying.
I already talked about that toy store scene where I just was so distracted by all the toys and how much they'd be worth today.
Right.
Mr. Potato Head, G.I. Joe, Star Wars.
Who knew? Who knew?
What about that nightmare he had? Like he's making out with a chick and then he gets stabbed in the butt.
Dude, he had a really furry butt.
Yeah, they could have like cleaned it up a little bit, maybe.
Yeah,
it was
like,
the 80s.
You know you're gonna be in a sex scene.
It was the 80s,
right?
Yeah, 80s. You let it all go, man. That was the thing. Remember Burt Reynolds?
Furry butts and drinking J&B scotch. Yikes!
Before the main character's mom gets killed, when they see Santa, she goes, "Do you see what I see?" And then I'm like, "Do you see what I see?" So I thought that was kind of like a slight.
Right.
Like,
I
was hoping for more of those, to be quite honest.
Let me see here. I have Noah put together some facts for me, some talking points for us. Thank you, Noah. Do you guys want to meet Noah? Do you guys want to meet Noah real quick?
No.
Sure. This is like your girlfriend in Canada, apparently.
Just like Bill Seinfeld on Kesha.
Crystal, do you want to meet Noah? No. Well, you have to. He's going to be joining us. He's
kidding, of course.
He's replaced Chris Sampson.
Okay.
He's our Chris 2.0.
Oh wait, is this the kid that I already met?
Chris, if you're not watching. He's not the better version of you necessarily.
Wait, is this the kid who looks like the Stranger Things dude?
Stranger Things dude. There he is.
Hey!
We can't
hear
you.
There we go. Hi. Yes.
Oh,
Crystal, you and I met. I had my head cut off in Krampus.
Yay! I was gonna do Krampus today. I had big horns, but the babushka hat was funnier, I thought.
Noah, you had an observation.
Yes, several.
Yeah.
Nice to meet everyone, by the way. Pleasure to
be
here.
Are you related to Amber?
No, but she hired me.
Okay. Y'all have like
kind of like a business relationship.
Okay.
Kind of.
They have a business.
Does anyone else see the resemblance? No.
To Amber?
Yeah.
We got to put them on next to each other next time.
Yeah, I would love to see that actually. Anyways,
put the glasses on her.
Sorry, but no. What was your observation?
Well, I had a couple, but the one thing that I was noticing, and this could just be I don't know like Christmas songs that well, but I didn't recognize a single carol or Christmas tune until the very end of the movie when all of the kids were singing. So I don't know if they just didn't have the licensing and they were like, we splurged all for "Come All Ye Faithful," so put that in at the end. That's got to be the climax.
Well,
okay, I'm with you. I'm a Christmas like music fanatic. I thought that I knew like most all Christmas songs, and yeah, I was watching this and I was like, these must have been really popular in the 80s because I don't know these. Like, did you know them, Brian?
No, not at all. And I think it's a licensing thing because I think "Come All Ye Faithful" is like public domain, but I don't think the rest of it.
They also had the album. They were going to come out with an album. It was like all this original music. I think they ended up coming out with it like 5 years ago. I read like a Silent Night, Deadly Night album with all new Christmas songs. I forget the guy's name.
That might be cool.
That's the way to open up the gifts.
Very interesting.
Did anybody notice the singer that was really into it? Like the one that was like bobbing like the entire time?
No.
She stood out like crazy.
I think I mentally tuned it out by then. I mentally tuned this. But Noah, you did have the same observation I did, which is why I was going to bring this up. The sledding scene, which is by far the best scene in the movie. Okay, if anybody didn't watch the sledding scene and laugh out loud, I don't know what you're watching. But why was the hill?
Yes.
Why was the hill flat?
Because it's
exactly they're pushing themselves. The kids, they said.
Are there any hills in Utah?
No,
probably not. Probably not. It was the best. It was a flat surface, and then these guys are stealing a sled.
What I like too is like I don't know if we were supposed to believe that they were teenagers. Is that what?
I know they were like 40-year-old men.
Yeah. Like
and they were really into this sled.
Well, even the
there was a lot of age bending in this.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I thought that was maybe my favorite scene in the movie, and it might not be close. It did make me laugh out loud.
Me too.
He chops the dude's head off, and then the dude goes down the hill with his head off, and then the guy's like waiting for him, and he's all like excited, and then he just like sees that.
And then the head.
Yeah, and then the
head rolls afterwards.
The head rolls.
That was.
But it didn't. Brilliant. It didn't roll downhill.
What I found was his moral compass of what was naughty and not was really weird because when he killed like Mr. Sims and the other woman, like there was no purpose behind it. Like I can understand like, killing the backroom guy and the other girl, but
wait, but why did the girl die?
Why did Yeah, but
why the
she was
hell?
raped, and he came in to help her, and then she was giving him shit, and I was like, that's a little bit of an ingrateful. I think her name was Pamela. Was not grateful
Well,
enough.
he
Like,
killed the dude. Like, I don't know. Maybe I would be grateful.
it was really weird.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put myself in that situation.
It was all very weird.
Yeah.
I think my favorite line was, he was like, are you okay? You're staring off into space like some moon goon. And I was like, I have never heard moon goon in my life.
No.
And I hope I remember that enough to call someone a moon goon, because it's so dumb. I love it.
What about the
like
scene? I was just to say, what about the scene with our guest where, she's screaming at the girl, like, if you're down here, Santa won't come. And then her boyfriend's like, he's not the only one.
I
Two-ball,
love that line.
two-ball in the corner pocket.
Yes.
On the corner.
Dude, I wanted to tell her, she has like amazing testicles. Like, they were really, really nice. Out of all the ones in the movie, all 5, hers were by far the best.
That's what we should
Linnea?
rate the movie on.
Yeah, I hope you drew them.
How
How
many
nice.
chesticles?
Run it for.
That'll be that'll be the gauge tonight. Chesticles. Number.
Testicles.
Crystal Star moonlighting with the Mr. Skin website.
This was a good kill. I like this.
I loved how many different instruments he used as weapons to kill.
It was
Very variety filled.
Can we talk about what toy store sells a functioning bow and arrow? Because that's how he gets the one girl.
Yeah.
It was the 80s.
It was the 80s. No,
there you go.
No, apparently we weren't around the 80s like Brian and I.
I'll give you 2 words, Noah. Lawn darts.
Yeah.
You gotta go out of state. If you want some, I know a guy.
80s, everything went. There was no real rule.
Yeah. I love the kid's mullet when he was like in 1974. When he first, I was just like, oh, mullet.
You like the slightly older version?
The what?
His slightly older version of himself, you mean? When he's in the orphanage?
Yeah.
He looked like the quintessential bully to me, didn't he?
He kind of did.
Yeah. And the aged up version he was in the orphanage.
When he returned to the orphanage and the cops were like, he's heading towards the orphanage dressed as Santa. And then the sheriffs get there and then they shoot the only Santa that they saw. And it turns out to be the priest who's deaf, Father O'Brien. And they were like, why did you shoot him? Like, well, it was the guy who was coming in. It's like, but he was deaf. Well, he didn't answer our calls.
It was just unfortunate. It's an unfortunate misunderstanding. You can't really blame the cops in that scenario.
Trigger happy policeman.
Yeah. So, listen,
and he was like super, super pedo-y with like the little girl. So Linnea's younger sister in the movie.
Right.
Like when the worst one was when he was Santa Claus and the girl was sitting on his lap and he was like, have you been naughty? And he's like holding her legs and like pulling her close to him and like saying like, don't move. And like, I don't know, dude, I felt really violated during that scene. I was like,
And then the mom turns to the other parent and says, oh, he's so great with these kids.
Yeah.
I feel like,
there's
pedos in the 80s, man. Pedos in the 80s got away with like, oof.
You got away with a lot.
I want to talk about how sometimes, and I know it's probably just, for the sake of the story moving along here, but the fact that the girl could hear the cat's bell from outside while in the basement, but then while she's upstairs getting impaled on a set of antlers, the boys downstairs just playing pool. But
yeah.
Exactly.
Playing pool.
Or like when he throws him downstairs and then calls the cop and he's got like his back completely turned and totally. Not checking if the dude's gonna come back to kill him. I was like, that's dumb. That's really dumb. There's a lot of really dumb parts, but
a lot of dumb.
Also good.
So dumb they're good, I guess, parts, but like overall dumb.
Yeah.
This was a tough watch. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a tough watch.
I think it was tough because I felt like not violated, but like it made me feel icky. It made me feel icky.
Well, the scene in the beginning when he's trying to rape the mom, and then the kids watching, and the infants in the back, and you're like, Jesus, like this is dark.
I was like, Ralph, what the hell?
I didn't know. I never saw. I don't even know what this movie was before.
By the way, that guy's still on the loose.
He's on the loose.
I know.
Where is he at? This whole
movie. I thought he was gonna like fight him and like bring him down, and instead he just like becomes him. And I was like, what?
I like that idea though. There's your sequel.
They did give him.
They had 6 sequels and a remake, apparently.
The fact that Mickey Rooney was in number 5 is mind blowing.
That is mind blowing because Mickey Rooney was outspoken against the original movie. He was outspoken against it, and then they canceled.
I read that.
Yeah.
So are you saying that the Silent Night, Deadly Night has jumped the reindeer?
It jumped the reindeer, Brian. It did jump the reindeer. We'll get to reviews in a second. We should get Marilyn's. Let's get Marilyn's reaction.
Yes.
Is anybody ready for Marilyn's reaction?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's bring her in.
I could not be with you today, but work always a good thing. Anyway, so to talk about Silent Night, Deadly Night. I don't believe I've seen it before, but I might have seen bits of it because there was just very, very few things that kind of looked familiar. And I don't know if maybe because I've kind of maybe seen a trailer somewhere before, but I don't believe I've seen the whole film. It certainly didn't need to be almost an hour and a half long. I kind of guessed you know where this is all going, but I suffered through it, to be honest.
We all did.
I mean, I will say that there were some people in this that kind of stood out in a good way, and I have to say the Billies, all the characters, all the actors that played Billy stood out for me, and they were at least pretty decent, as well as the Mother Superior and the sister in the orphanage. But I don't know if it's maybe the pandemic that has me kind of seeing some movies a little bit differently, and just kind of like, how did I know there wouldn't you have to create drama in a film and stuff like this, and how nobody could see that the fact that Billy suffered greatly from seeing Santa Claus kill his parents, and that affected his whole life and how he dealt with Christmas. I have a hard time understanding that for a film even. I know it's a film. One of the things that I did see in the details of this is the fact that the film itself was actually boycotted. I can't imagine why. Let's see. Where is it?
I love how much Marilyn hates this movie.
Yeah. It was picketed by angry parents who weren't happy to see Santa Claus depicted as an axe murderer. I can't imagine why. And yes, it says, despite the fact that Tales from the Crypt had done the exact same thing 12 years earlier, and Christmas Evil had done the same thing in 1980. I mean, this was very, very much a very typical 80s kind of feel to the film. Mm-hmm. But just to keep it short and sweet, I didn't really care for it. And I'm trying to think out of the ones that I gave the low rating to, is this on par or maybe the worst? I'm not quite sure.
Go for it, man.
But I'm going to give it a 1.5, and this is
1.5 chesticles. 1.5.
Lowest on my scale.
Wow.
So, Miss you guys. I will talk to you next month. Happy holidays.
1.5. There it is. 1.5 chesticles.
That sounds about right.
That sounded right. I mean, Marilyn, she's very analytical. She gets to the point. She didn't quite understand why the choices were made, and neither does anybody really understand why some of these choices were made. Why don't we bring up Casey? Are you back there? Do you want to come on, Casey? Do you want to bring up our hi, Casey?
Hi, everyone.
Casey the intern, everyone.
Hi, Casey.
Hello.
Guys, welcome Casey the intern. If you've watched our virtual streams, you've met Casey before.
I've been in a few VCons, but this is my first movie club, so very exciting.
She's our producer today. She's producing us today, which is helpful because we know how bad I am at it. Sorry if you hear dogs barking. That's
or dogs
are barking.
I was gonna say, or dogs passing gas.
These dogs are not. They're giving it a very low score as well.
But
do we have the chart, Casey? Do we have our Zeboscope chart?
We do.
Yeah, finally it's back.
Ta-da!
Okay, Zeboscope chart. Okay, so this is by movie. So as you can tell, our lowest rated movie is Dreamscape.
Wow, we love the Terminator. Hell yeah. Predator. Hell yeah.
Really did.
But I need to know what I voted before.
Yeah, we have that too.
We have that too. Don't worry.
I need help.
Casey has his covered.
Ooh, they're colored differently, eh?
Let's see.
Thank you. I take pride in my color coding.
I want to look at Brian's given 3 5s. Crystal's given every movie a 5. This is
terrible.
Marilyn's given a few 5s too. Huh. Interesting.
Okay, but like Big Trouble, Little China, Mars Attacks, Lost Boys, like Flash Gordon, The Terminator, Edward. Come on.
Every movie ever made is a 5.
Whatever.
What did you give a 1.5? Dreamscape. Dreamscape was that.
That was terrible.
Am I on this? Is there another page? Okay, here we go. Sun. See, Sun's given.
Chris, all 5s.
So, Sun, your lowest is Night of the Comet. My lowest is really only a 2.5.
No, a 2. You got a 2.
Oh, I got a 2.
Creep show.
Oh,
the one we started off with was.
I know. I went low early. Chris gave a 2. I didn't even realize that.
For Dreamscape.
Wow. What was he like? I mean, then he went on consecutive 5s.
He was having a bad day.
He was on a 6-week 5 streak.
Month.
Okay.
We have one more. We have some randoms.
It's me again. I don't know how.
Scott?
Joe, it is 2. He showed up and then he.
Yeah, who's Scott?
Joe discovered sushi. And
Scott joined me on the last one.
Yeah, Scott was with Brian on the last one.
Joe
quit movie club after he discovered sushi, and then Pat's been on a couple times.
Okay.
Okay. Are you guys ready to vote?
I'm ready.
Are we ready? Who wants to go? Who wants to go first? I mean, Marilyn gave it a 1.5 testicle.
Just
oh my God. 1.5 chesticle.
Brian, what are you going to give this one?
Sure. So to start off, I'm not a big fan of having Santa Claus being the main killer either. I mean, I love it when it's on like, cartoon animated kind of, Futurama Santa Claus kind of thing. But this was that aside. And the accurate portrayal of Catholic nuns, and also have been in a movie that was protested against by the Christian Coalition. I feel her pain about like what? Relax. Anyway, but in the essence of this movie, and just a bunch of loopholes, and it's a fun, jokey kind of like after watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or something, and you want something little adult in your adult after party or Christmas party, it'd be hilarious to pop in if you're not offended by the how many 5 sets of nipples, Crystal?
5.
So 10
5 sets of nipples.
10
if you're offended by 10 nipples, 5 pairs of nipples, this is not the movie for you. It doesn't age well with today's society's morals. Let's put it that way.
No, it doesn't.
But it was the 80s, and shit was the Wild Wild West for the most part. when it came to murder movies. So that all being said, I'm giving this 2 hoes. Ho, ho.
2 hoes. 2 hoes, which is a good score for this movie.
All right, Sun, what you got?
Okay, I really didn't enjoy it at all. It was not great. I think the acting for me did it for it just wasn't good. So, actually, Linnea, is that how you say your name? Sorry.
Linnea, yeah, that's right.
Linnea, she was actually the best actress in that whole movie. Sorry.
I agree.
Yeah, I give it a. But there's a couple cool death scenes, so I'm gonna give it a 2.
Linnea's death scene was good. You give it a 2?
Yeah. I'm wondering if maybe it inspired the real Santa murder that happened. It happened okay, I watched way too much true crime, but there was a real one that happened in 2008 in LA.
A real
And
Santa?
he was dressed up like Santa, killed a bunch of people, and then lit a house on fire.
Not real,
Which is,
not a real Santa.
Way more brutal than the movie, actually.
It probably did. I mean, who knows? I don't know if this movie could inspire anybody. Crystal, what do you got? What are you giving it?
Yeah, I agree with Brian and Sun on a lot of those points. And it was really, really hard for me to watch this. Again, if I had watched it in a group of a lot of male friends, I think I would have felt extremely icky. I felt icky watching it by myself. And I felt I don't know, I would never want to play this at my house with other people. I would never play this for movie night with a group of people.
Can I show your text in the middle of today when you just
Yes.
you
can. I actually sent him a picture of Lene that he used earlier. And I was WTF, Raul? What? Yeah, Lene on the antlers. I was just what? Yeah.
I just laughed.
So I'm gonna give it honestly a 1.5, probably my lowest score. I really, again, Lene's scene was the coolest part, and I that as a slasher. I think this is a really good film. You know what? I'll give it a 2. Because it was a good slasher. It was
Casey,
a really good
are you
slasher.
Keeping track of these scores, by the way?
I probably
we got 3 2s. Casey.
I was gonna say they're all 2s.
I think
Noah.
Just the pedo part.
I'm voting.
You want to vote? Hey, you know what?
Hey,
better start. No better time to start than now.
All right. So I did not watch this movie. Well, I watched this movie for the purpose of the stream. I had never seen it before. I think that the hype outlives the movie. I feel because I did a lot of research and, I read that it was picketed, at the movies, gave it a, very, famously, or I guess infamous review. There was an entire segment of TV dedicated to it. So I feel without all the controversy surrounding this, it might have probably just fallen into obscurity. It would have just been another kind of 80s slasher, left to the history. I agree with everybody. Parts of it were really uncomfortable to watch. I don't know if it's, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. The first opening bit was very brutal, but it was mixed in with all of these goofy bits too. The grandpa was just, you can't help but laugh. It was just exactly what you guys were saying earlier. But I guess the fact that he decides to just not say anything and be mute and then just talk to the kid, that is enough to put him in an insane asylum. I see that there's potential in the movie. I feel the idea, potential in the sense that I feel all right. A good exploration in childhood trauma. I think that there is stuff that you can do with the movie if given to capable hands. I give it a 1.75.
1.75.
Ooh.
Okay. You're going 3/4 of a
Right.
Well, 1 3/4.
1 3/4. No, leave it to
Not
Noah.
how we grade.
I'm shaking up.
A 1.75. Casey, do you want to give it a rating, or are you with?
I do and I don't because Linnea was so sweet, and I was not.
You don't have to.
I was not a huge fan of this movie either. I think a lot of people already kind of said that there were stuff that was just like not disturbing and like that disturbed me, and that makes a good horror film. Or like, oh, I feel bad. Icky was a good word.
Icky.
So, but I think there was some creativity, so I'll give it a 2 out of 5.
Okay.
And if Lene hadn't been a guest, I don't even know if I would have given it 2. I liked her a lot, though.
Lene gets a 5.
For us, Lene.
Yeah, she gets a 5.
She gets a 5 movie now.
She was the best part of the movie. We all know this.
Easily.
Hands down.
Best scene. This movie's a one ho. One. I mean, I would almost give it a 0. It was that I did not enjoy it. It was bad.
You didn't laugh at all. You didn't laugh.
I did. Here's the thing.
Yeah, I laughed.
I laughed. I did record the scene where I laughed at the sledding scene, but I laughed for the wrong reason. I'm not supposed to be laughing at that unless they meant it to be hilarious, and then they got me in that. Like I laughed heavily in that scene, but only because it was so poorly done. So I can't say like that. I can't give them credit for me accidentally making a scene to make me laugh at. Right.
There's laughing with a movie and laughing at a movie.
I'm laughing at the movie.
I feel like it's an 80s movie.
I know.
But to laugh at it.
It doesn't. It was so bad. It's a 1. It's a 1.
There you go.
One hoe.
One chesticle, one hoe, whatever you want to call it.
Now let's see the 5-star cover.
Let's see the 5
Yes.
chesticle cover. We have it somewhere. Casey has it. Oh, she didn't even give me a
Nice.
Wasn't even a drum roll.
Boom. There it is, guys and gals. Silent Night Deadly.
You guys
The
seen the
cover's a
poster?
5. What's that?
Have you guys seen the poster to the movie? It's actually super iconic.
It is.
Oh yeah, it's coming down. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like coming out of the chimney, but it's just his arm with the axe, and it's just like when you're gonna go watch this movie, you know what you're getting yourself into with just that poster, and I thought it was really effective. But yeah, basically Simon was just basically like, okay, let's be honest, it was just an excuse to get Karis in a cute Santa outfit. Okay, that's all it was.
You'd say Santa theme. Hey, listen, this is a great cover for the holiday. Pick it up. It's Sun. What else can I say?
It's perfect. I mean, it's some female Santa going to cut a tree down. That's all.
Slay.
Right. Slay.
Slay girl.
Who picked the character? Because it makes sense. Like, she's the goddess of death.
Who doesn't love this cover? Who doesn't love a Sun cover?
Can't wait to get my copy.
Get it. Guys, go to Zenescope.com. Mark's probably going to drop the link in a second, or somebody will drop the link, I hope. Maybe Chuck, if he's back there. Somebody drop the link to get the cover, or subscribe. So, real quick, this is our last movie club of the year, guys. I just want to thank you all for being part of it. It's been a fun year, and it's been a fast year.
Very fast.
Next year, we will continue movie club. Thank you, Mark. Mark just dropped the link. I can put it in a second. We will be continuing movie club next year with the same. I'm happy to announce everybody's returning.
Woohoo!
Everybody's coming back. Nobody wants to leave the movie club. So we will be doing, I think that the schedule of movies we're watching is out. We're not just sticking to 80s movies anymore. We've expanded. It will be genre films. It'll be horror, sci-fi, or horror, sci-fi, really. Are the only two. Am I missing something? But it won't just be 80s. So we'll get more movies to cover next year, guys. And more homage covers by Sun. You want to know what the movie is next month?
Obviously.
No, it doesn't. He left, apparently. Are you ready?
Hey, thank you. Sorry.
All right. I'll just flash it up real quick.
Yeah.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. I never saw it. So it was my first time watching Resident Evil.
Played the game, never saw the movie.
There you go. So it's the first time for me, first time for Brian. The
Maybe
cover's
first time
awesome.
for me.
I was just in the office this week, and I got to see the cover firsthand. With it looks really good. And that's it. That's all we got. So join us.
Merry
One more
Christmas.
announcement. I almost forgot. Movie club dates will be changing. We're not going to be doing Fridays anymore. We're going to be doing Wednesdays and Thursdays all year. Maybe like one Friday.
That's probably better.
We will announce the day very soon. Figure people now are getting their lives back, so it's harder for people to join us Friday nights. And plus, Brian and I do a lot of conventions, so it's hard for us to do Fridays because we're traveling. So there you have it. But anything else? Anybody have anything else? Casey, do we have any announcements that we need to make?
We can share VCon for January. That's coming up.
So. Oh, yeah. Our January virtual con is coming up. This New Year's virtual con, January 13th. Join us from 6 to 9 p.m.
Once again, a great cover for that, too.
And that's a Sun cover. Yeah. That is a Sun cover. We actually didn't unveil. We weren't going to unveil that cover, but we put it on the graphics. So there it is. That'll be there. Boom. Guys, do you want to give any plugs before we go? Brian, do you want to
sure. There you go. If you want to follow me, those are the socials. My first show will be next year, New Orleans. That's right, New Orleans, baby, Fan Expo.
Oh, I'm gonna miss New Orleans.
Was formerly the Wizard World show. Now Fan Expo has taken over a bunch of them, and the first one is January 7th through the 9th. New Orleans, baby.
Brian, I might be there. I might be taking a trip there, so I might see you there.
See you then.
Boom. Exit you from solo now. Crystal.
You can find me Crystal Star X pretty much anywhere, and I'll be streaming on Twitch later tonight. And just did a shoot for Patreon. That's why I'm dressed up super crazy.
This outfit is my favorite. Just letting you know. Okay.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And Sun, anything you're working on that you want to talk about or tell us?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm excited to come to the VIP con.
Yes.
Can I say where it is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's gonna be in Vegas in April. I forget the exact dates, but I'm so excited to meet everybody.
April 23rd. Sun is making her first appearance in a while.
In like since COVID started. So
it's amazing.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a blast.
I'll finally leave the house. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming. We're gonna have a blast. April 23rd at the Mirage. We'll have a detail soon. If you're not a VIP, you can't go, so you have to join and become a VIP. Okay. That's all we got, guys and gals. Thank you for joining us. We will see you in the new year. Have a happy, safe holiday. In the meantime, we'll talk to you all very soon. Goodbye.
Happy New Year. Bye.